Let's move on to clowning on Democrats just 1 year ago. Wow.
Again.
You guys should
God,
probably watch the video.
Is our entire show just clowning on Dems? Is that our entire show?
Yes.
No, what?
No.
Nah.
We also clown on.
We also clown people in the Olympics.
Well,
with certain
we're gonna do
views.
All right, let me.
There's clearly a very common thread here with all of our. You can watch
contents. Like the first 30 seconds of the clip.
I think it's going to be a very skeptical American public about taking the vaccine, and they should be.
We can't trust the president and take his word and take a vaccine that might cause harm to us.
If and when the vaccine comes, and it's not likely to go through all the tests that needs to be and the trials that are needed to be done.
Let's just say there's a vaccine that is approved and even distributed before the election. Would you get it?
Well, I think that's going to be an issue for all of us.
When we finally do, God willing, get a vaccine, who's going to take the shot? Who's going to take the shot?
We will need to have access to the vaccine results so we can make our independent assessment to make sure that Donald Trump's fingerprints are not on it.
You can be the first one to say, sign me up. They now say it's okay.
Is the vaccine safe? Frankly, I'm not going to trust the federal government's opinion. And I wouldn't recommend to New Yorkers based on the federal government's opinion.
Smash cut back into the podcast.
Okay, this video was like esoterically pleasing because you see this video, right, and you see how, like, you know, I would argue rightfully skeptical and, you know, very I would say quite rational, although very politically motivated against Donald Trump, and essentially saying this vaccine is unsafe because Orange Man made it. And then, right, November comes around, Biden says he's going to deliver the real vaccine. It's the same thing from before, but now it has the Biden name on it, and everyone's like, oh my god, Biden, you saved us from COVID. And guess what? It's been like, what, somewhere in the ballpark of like, what, 4 or 3 months since, you know, wide vaccine distribution, like in March. You know, it's August, and we're still in this shit. Like, I mean,
yeah.
Yes, the lockdowns are starting to finally end, but now there's a Delta variant, and now there's schools possibly still going to keep remote learning. Now there's all these external variables, and you gotta think to yourself, is this ever gonna fucking end? And the truth is, it's not, because it's very politically advantageous to have the entire populace just on complete lockdown and completely subservient to the federal government. So yeah, they're gonna keep this shit going, and all of it stems from the fact that it's them in the power. When Trump made the vaccine, they were skeptical and they were cautious. They said you can't trust your federal government. And you know what? I agree. So I'm not going to trust them now.
Yeah, I'm surprised more people haven't been using that clip. Or any of those clips, to be honest. So yeah.
Oh no, those were photoshopped. I didn't say that.
You could Photoshop video. Let's go, poggers.
Well, to put this into perspective for those that see that there's nothing wrong with this, let's say
Which, first of all, how did you find this video? If you're like, go back to CNN.
Yeah, dude.
All right. So let's take this perspective. Let's say there was a product. What's a non-controversial product?
Latex.
All right, let's go with the rape whistle, right?
Rape pistol? What did you say?
Whistle.
Oh, okay.
So let's say
why that? What the hell?
Let's say that the person promoting it is Bill Cosby. Would you seriously think that's like a good thing? But then again, actually, that's a shit. You know, cut that shit out. No, I don't. Even, that was such a bad analogy.
Where are you gonna go with that, man?
I don't know. To be honest, I'm on drugs right now, so I'm like loopy.
Okay. Bill Cosby?
Oh, what? Oh, cut that out. Start again.
So, Chad, what do you think about Bill Cosby?
Alright, then let's go back. Alright, so to put my thoughts into this, I think that it's very hypocritical for them to say this just because Trump said, like, hey, this is good for you. or whatever. It was behind Trump. Like he was the spokesperson for this. But then go do like a 180 and just say, "Yo, take the vaccine." Like, don't you want us to have the same skepticism as you did? I just think it's kind of bullshit.
And of course, now they're trying to make it not just the right choice, not just the thing you should trust the government for, which is ironic because that was the exact opposite thing they were saying when Trump was releasing the vaccine. Be skeptical of the federal government. Now the federal government has smartened up under the sun rays of this beautiful, beautiful Sun King, Joe Biden, who we've already clowned on enough, but I want to focus on the fact that now the leftists are essentially saying, trust the federal government. And when some people, I would argue rightfully skeptically, said no, they said, we're not the Republicans. You never had a choice in the matter.
You worry about leaving a better planet for our kids. How about leaving better kids for our planet? Entire generation offended at everything, getting mad that a human thinks all lives matter. We don't need black or white or left or right. What we need is common sense. We need balance. We're all in the same boat. Why you trying to make holes? If they sink, we sink. This is madness.